Even if it's close, even if it's close, could sink the bill.
Even if it's close.
Chances are it will be close. The original House bill passed in November by only 5 votes, 220 to 215. So House leaders are busy twisting arms. Today, the president summoned 17 Democrats to the White House for a chat.
The president wants to meet. I'm always available.
Ohio's Dennis Kucinich voted no the first time around because, like many liberals, he felt the public option wasn't strong enough. The president's plan drops it altogether. Is there anyone, even the president of the United States, who could convince you to change your vote on health care?
Well, you know, my position is pretty well established.
Luckily for the president, there are at least 10 Democrats who voted no last time, but have signaled they might come around. Pennsylvania's Jason Altmaier was one of them.
So some of the things I was concerned about have certainly been resolved. I'd like to see what the cost containment language is. Deficit reduction is critically important.
He and many other Democrats believe that if the vote were held tonight, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi would not have the 217 votes she needs. Speaker Pelosi predicted today that once all those undecided Democrats get a chance to read the final bill within the next week or so, they will come around. Katie?
Nancy Cordes reporting tonight from Capitol Hill. Nancy, thank you. Now to international news. Voting began today in Iraq's parliamentary elections, and as it did, 3 separate bomb attacks in Baghdad killed 17 people. Insurgents have vowed to sabotage the election. Their targets today were soldiers and police officers who were voting early since they were scheduled to be on duty Sunday when most of the votes will be cast. In Chile, 5 days after the earthquake there, the country's outgoing president said today it could take 4 years and billions of dollars in loans to rebuild. The death toll stands at more than 800. Among the survivors is the Desarmes family. They're from Haiti, where their home was destroyed by the January earthquake. They survived, and days later, a family member arranged for them to relocate to Chile, where they've now cheated death a second time. This earthquake, you'll recall, set off tsunami alerts across the Pacific, but when bad weather caused giant waves to slam into a cruise ship in the Mediterranean yesterday, there was no warning at all. Today, Mark Phillips shows us video from inside that ship as a spectacle on the high seas suddenly turned deadly.
The weather was horrible, the wind gusting to 60 miles an hour, and the seas rough, but nothing a modern cruise ship shouldn't be able to handle. Passengers not prone to seasickness were having a meal, or had gathered in a lounge at the front of the ship to watch the show. Bad idea. A freak wave, perhaps 30 feet high, crashed through the windows and swept shin-deep across the deck. 2 people were killed, one by a shard of glass, survivors said. Crew members scurried across the flooded deck to help those caught by the killer wave. The Louis Majesty was bound from Cartagena, Spain, toward Genoa, Italy, when she was caught in a rising sea off the Spanish coast. The 680-foot-long ship, with 1,930 passengers and crew on board, was turned to face the oncoming waves, the safest position to avoid being capsized. But a large train of monster waves, passengers say 3 of them, rose up and slammed over the bows. Even a modern vessel, this one is 18 years old, can't shrug off that much angry water. The surviving passengers and the ship were brought to Barcelona.
People were running everywhere, panic actually.
The Louis Majesty is being repaired. The rest of the cruise canceled. Mark Phillips, CBS News, London.
And coming up next here on the CBS Evening News, an alleged serial killer. Could police and prosecutors have stopped him? What a CBS News investigation has uncovered.
I've had asthma for 12 years.
6 years.
I've had asthma forever.
I never knew why my asthma symptoms kept coming back, or that I could help prevent them in the first place.
The problem was that my controller medicine
was treating only one main cause of asthma symptoms.
But there are 2, airway constriction and inflammation.
Unlike most controllers, Advair treats both main causes.
Advair treats both main causes.
And that helps prevent symptoms in the first place.
Advair contains salmeterol. Salmeterol may increase the chance of asthma-related death, so Advair is not for asthma.